Hi, I'm Bob Bazenko, and you may know me from such shows as Radical History Professor, Vociferous Italian, or most recently, co-host of the Green and Red podcast. I'm here today because it's Karl Marx's birthday, but not really because it's Karl Marx's birthday. There's only one event that's more important than that today, and that's Scott Parkin's birthday. So I'm here to pay homage to Scott. I had hoped to get a Marilyn Monroe impersonator to sing Happy Birthday a la JFK, but I couldn't find one, which is surprising because I live in Montrose. And I thought about getting a cameo for him, but there was no category of radical anarchist. So I figure I'll just do it myself. I met Scott and we cut our teeth together in the streets of Houston doing anti globalization work, protesting against the WTO and the FTA and NAFTA and CAFTA. And then we started doing anti war work. We established the Houston Global Awareness Collective, HGAC, which was the most important activist group in Houston at the time. And we spent a lot of time in the streets and organizing and planning together, and a lot of nights at pubs, just trying to kind of figure out the problems of the world. Scott then went deeper into the organizing world. I decided to take it easy and mostly did media. And besides, my wardrobe is too eclectic for Black Bloc all the time. And then Scott became an internationally known organizer and activist. He did impressive environmental work throughout the Gulf region. And then after a brief vacation in Australia, he began working with the Rainforest Action Network, and he's currently still there organizing campaigns for them throughout the country. Uh, Scott's a real activist, the way I see it. He's doing the dirty work. He's interacting with people all over America, rural America, urban America. And he's doing that with people that much of the left talks about in patronizing ways or claims to champion, but in fact won't go anywhere near. Scott takes on the worst that the capitalist class can offer, the coal barons and Wall Street plutocrats, and of course the cops. And like Tom Joad, if the ruling class is causing problems for poor and marginalized people, Scott's going to be there. And he does it without an ego. He's humble. He's calm. He's cool. He's very sincere. He embodies Dylan's line that to live outside the law, you must be honest. He's able to talk to people who have different backgrounds and views and interests. And when we're together, he's always the ever needed ice to my fire. He's great at distracting me from the horrors of the world. And we have as many discussions about a scene from The Sopranos, or we throw around lines from The Simpsons, as often as we talk shop. And he's a great storyteller and a really funny guy. He's a partisan, a partigiani in the best sense of the word. He's my brother in arms. And I kind of like to think of him as my hetero life partner too, sort of like Jay and Silent Bob, or Scott and Not So Silent Bob. I think of the great Mark Twain line, I know everything there is to know, and Scott knows all the rest. Uh, Along with his work in the streets and in the fields, he's joined in this media endeavor with me, and it's one of the best experiences I've had, and I think he's enjoying it a lot too. This podcast is our way of letting people know that there's a lot going on in the movement outside of the coasts and Washington, D.C. We talk to organizers doing mutual aid, fighting the cops in Portland and Austin, working for environmental justice, or on a hunger strike to stop the dredging of a bay. Scott's provided me with a great practical education in real movement politics and given me a little bit of hope that there are people out there who are fighting hard against the ruling class and doing more than tweeting and getting into media wars. It's hard to stay positive in this world we inhabit. It's tough. The forces of order are very powerful, and we don't win very many battles. But Scott is part of what the old civil rights movement called the beloved community, and he keeps looking forward to a better time. And he knows that we have a vital role to play, even if we don't succeed, if we don't get there. We keep the flame alive for those born after. Uh, Many of us like to cite Che's observation, let me say at the risk of sounding ridiculous, that the true revolutionary is guided by great feelings of love. Well, Scott embodies that, as angry and frustrating as it can be to be part of this world we inhabit. Scott always goes about his work with love and with a hope that humans can be kind to one another. So on this birthday to you and to Nikki Chandan, 100 years, may you stay forever young, and happy birthday, tender comrade.